But there's something about splitting red oak that, nice straight grain red oak. White oak is hard to split by hand usually, but it just, I took my big maul. It is called a Trooper. Let me go over here to the truck and get it real quick. This is actually the best wood splitting maul that I've ever found. It's got it from Lowe's. It says Trooper. And the ones I'd been using previously had a red fiberglass handle and they were epoxied in. I don't know, this is some kind of composite fiberglass or carbon handle, and it just gets larger at the top, and it's just seated very tightly in this head. And I have put this thing through a lot of abuse and left it outside, and it has held up well. I really need to get another one before they stop making them. It seems like when you find something that lasts or works well, they quit making them. So I use that to pop these big blocks open. I guess the contractor that clears the dead trees along Route 5 in Charles City, it seems like they leave sections of logs like off of the road on private property if the landowner wants them, and they cut up the rest of the tops and branches. So I noticed these 3 sections of red oak logs. I was like, that'd be good wood to cut for the old campsite where we catfish, right? I went down there in person. I was like, whoa, they were a lot bigger than what I thought. A 20-inch bar did not go all the way through 2 of the 3, and the largest was pretty big. You probably need a 26-inch bar or come in from both sides of the 20. But anyway, this Trooper popped these big pieces right in half, and I got a little bit tired and hungry doing this. My oatmeal wore off. Luckily, I found a body armor in my pickup truck the kids left in there. Found a little clementine. We got a bag of these at Walmart, and a tip on these, when you go buy these in the grocery store, make sure they're firm, kind of hard. If they're soft, don't get them. The firm, hard ones are sweet, and they're not mushy. I tell you what, Russell Stover chocolates, the marshmallow ones in the holidays. These are little marshmallow Santa ornaments. These things go on sale at the dollar store, man. The chocolate is so good on Russell Stovers. My grandma really loved Russell Stovers. But that aside, let me show you how beautiful some of these little pieces split. Another tip, cobalt. You buy these products at Lowe's and break them, they usually receive them, no questions asked. I saw a contractor one time come in with a whole armful of broken shovels and rakes and things. They obviously had abused them and broke them up, and they were rough looking characters, riff-raff looking guys, and they were smiling when they walked in there because they knew they were doing wrong. But the lady at the counter didn't ask questions. They went and got brand new ones. So Cobalt products, man, I recommend them. This piece has a knot in it. It's probably not the best example, but a lot of Canada geese here. The wind is blowing them up in this cove. They were landing out in the river farther. They're getting in here close. When they find out they're a little bit too close to me, they get nervous. They fly back out a ways, but I imagine there's probably at least 1,000 out there, maybe 1,500 geese, but one hand with the axe. It's just really nice. I hate really using the word satisfying. My kids use it, but this is an apropos time to use the word. Hey, look at that. Let me show you this fire pit over here, made from manhole covers, manhole frames. So I came across 2 manhole frames. These are actually under the roads a lot of times, or sidewalks where they have storm or sanitary sewer running underneath of the street, and these are actually upside down the way I have them stacked for this fire pit. So the lid is underneath, upside down. The checker pattern is down, and then you have one frame, and then the other, this is where the lid would normally sit, and this part would be under the street. And this goes inside of the manhole. It's called a dust cover, and I use that for a lid to contain the fire. When we're done fishing or camping, I don't need to dump water on it. I'll put that on there, and it just burns out. It's contained. There's no risk of it, you know, spreading or getting out into the woods. And you can cook on this thing. Like, you can just put it like that. I have a stainless steel griddle I bought from Sam's Club. It sits on here nice. You can even put foil on here and cook on this thing. It's really works out well. Air gets in through this gap here. Sometimes we'll put a little rock in there or two and lift it up, and the air comes in and it breathes good. And these little pieces of firewood, man, they fit right in there. And what I use to start fires is called fat wood. You see these old pine stumps in the woods, or logs. A lot of people don't know what they are. That people have different names for them, but I'll tell you what, you can put a match right to these ends on this, like where you have it split like that, and it will light like just like kerosene. So, hoping to do some catfishing. This is one of the milder days we've had this winter. Have a gill net out there right now to catch gizzard shad. Just bought my license. They're good for 1 year in Virginia, recreational saltwater gill net license. It's good for 300-foot net, and that was only $9. It's good for a year. So a friend of mine is going to come down. They're going to try it today, see how it is down here. Usually the last of the incoming tide is best on these mud flats. It's like 6, 8, maybe 10 feet of water out there at high tide. Once the tide is in, sometimes they slow down at slack tide, and then it picks up going out, maybe the first third of the outgoing tide, and then it slows down once the water starts to drop on the flat. If you come out here at nighttime, it seems like they bite better on the flat when there's shallower water, like scavengers, you know, hunting for fish. But daytime, usually low tide is very slow. So anyway, I hope you liked the firewood splitting talk, and I'm gonna get all this stuff cut up small and stacked over there and try to burn some of this older ugly wood from last year. Got some pine, some ash, maybe elm. No, that's probably elm. Some driftwood hunks in there. So anyway, it's a beautiful day. Hope you guys enjoy this little video, and go out there and catch some of these big James River blue catfish when you can. Talk to you later. Bye.